At around 11 p.m., two friends inside a pickup truck begin to happily sing after waiting in traffic for hours on end. According to EIE, the person who sent me this, they were stuck in traffic due to an accident that occurred earlier on the same highway that the men are on. A motorcyclist crashed into a truck, resulting in a traffic jam. Unfortunately, the motorcyclist lost his life upon impact, but fast forward to only a few hours later, and this is captured. Watch closely.
Anh ơi, là hành động là anh là.
As both men sing along, something appears behind them. It appears outside the truck, floating in midair while following the vehicle. As I writes, a pale face with no body is observed, and strangely, neither man notices it. Well, that is until much later, when they saw this video. I writes that the men believed this face was the spirit of the motorcyclist who passed away on the same road, and if it wasn't the motorcyclist, then it had to be one of the many victims who lost their lives on this highway. Many accidents have happened here, according to EIE. But what do you think? Could this supposed face be a case of pareidolia, or is it likely that something supernatural was caught on camera? A guy named Angelo says that some seriously strange things have been happening in his house in Tenerife, one of the Canary Islands of Spain. Angelo says that one night, his dog Nala started acting very weird, as if something had given her a serious scare. Curious and a little worried, they decide to check the security footage. What they find is downright chilling. In the video, little Nala seems upset by something off to the side of the room, something that we can't see. Nala starts backing away, clearly frightened. Then, suddenly, something seems to violently yank the collar right off the dog's neck. Angelo posted follow-up videos to prove the footage wasn't fake. He showed that the clip came directly from his security camera, and he even demonstrated that Nala's collar is extremely difficult to remove. It doesn't just fall off. Angelo says that since the incident, his poor little dog Nala is a nervous wreck. He says the dog refuses to stay alone and now insists on sleeping in their bedroom every night. As for Angelo, he's added 2 more cameras around his house because he thinks that whatever pulled that collar off is still there and he plans to catch it on camera. The following video was recorded on a home security camera on December 3, 2021, and later posted to a TikTok account known as NeatNVJ. It's the kind of clip that can get your heart racing fast. The footage shows a girl sitting on a couch in the middle of what looks like a family gathering or small party. Decorations are set up around the house, and you can hear music playing somewhere in the background, like most people are in another room. At first, everything seems perfectly normal, until in a matter of seconds, the piece gets shattered. Out of nowhere, a cup suddenly flies up into the air and crashes down to the floor with a loud bang. The girl instantly whips her head around, trying to figure out what just happened. You can see her whole energy shift from relaxed to alert in a split second. She gets up and leaves the room, and while she's moving away, the balloon behind her starts acting strange too, drifting and wobbling like it's reacting to whatever just happened. What's especially creepy is how nobody else seemed to notice. You don't hear anyone react, nobody comes rushing in, and the room stays empty. Could it be that the music was loud enough and everyone was busy talking, so the cup hitting the floor just blended into the background noise? Could this be a hoax? Sure, but there's no concrete evidence to support that theory. But the reason this clip sticks with people is the way the cup doesn't just fall. It looks like it gets lifted for a second, then launched down. Combined with the balloon moving right after, it creates that classic something invisible just passed through feeling. So what do you think happened here? A setup, a freak accident caught on camera, or something unseen lurking around the party? Let me know your theories in the comments. A man named Willow believes he may have moved into a haunted house. According to him, it only took a few days after moving in for strange and unexplained events to begin happening inside the home. It all started when he noticed that his cat would spend long periods of time staring at empty walls and reacting fearfully to things that he himself couldn't see. Convinced that the animal might be sensing something invisible to him, Willow decided to install cameras throughout the house. What the recordings captured is truly unsettling. At around 12:47 a.m., one of the cameras captures a stack of video games suddenly being thrown onto the floor without any apparent explanation, followed moments later by a door violently swinging open as if it had been pushed with tremendous force. But that wasn't the only strange detail. Just moments earlier, a plasma sphere can be seen turning on and off by itself, almost as if something were interacting with it. After reviewing the footage, Willow became convinced that the supposed entity might have been trying to communicate through the device.
Right, so I just came downstairs and I saw that the bloody plasma ball's going off again, like on its own. So, yeah, I'm going to ask it some questions and see if anything happens. Right, is anyone there? If anyone's here, make the plasma ball light up. Or if anything's here. If anything's here right now, make the plasma ball light up. Right, well, it's not working. So, oh, it's just off. Right, so you finally joined us. Right, and I don't really know what to say. So, have you been wanting to communicate with everything that's been going on? Okay, and why? Why have you been trying to communicate? Do you want to hurt me? No? Okay, so you don't mean me any harm. Okay. Right, so I don't really know what to say, to be honest. Have you been scaring Corey? Right, why the fuck have you been scaring my cat? Do you not like Corey? Why do you not like Corey? Do you not like me? Right, so you don't like either of us. So, do you want us out of this house? Why do you want us out of this house?
To Willow, it genuinely seemed as though something was responding through the plasma sphere. Near the end of the footage, he points out that the device had been switched off, and that there weren't even any electrical outlets on that wall. However, according to him, after that apparent attempt at communication, the activity inside the house only became more intense. From another camera angle, the games can once again be seen being thrown onto the floor, followed by a chair dragging itself across the room. Shortly afterward, the lid of the washing machine slowly opens on its own, and seconds later, clothing is forcefully thrown out onto the floor. Up until that point, Willow had never personally witnessed anything happen directly in front of him, but that would soon change while he was organizing a few things in the kitchen. In the footage recorded during the morning, Willow can be seen loading clothes into the washing machine when he accidentally catches his fingers and immediately reacts in pain. At that exact moment, the same chair begins moving once again in a pattern remarkably similar to what had been captured earlier. Seconds later, he steps out of frame and later claims that, in that moment, he felt an invisible force pulling him. Since then, Willow has continued to believe that something else is sharing that house with him. But what do you think? Is this a genuine case of poltergeist activity, or could there be another explanation behind these events? And if there really was something there, why would the alleged entity begin manifesting only after his arrival? Now this next video takes place at a subway station, where apparently something appears inside a tunnel when it gets completely dark. It's the reason why many commuters who know about this passage take out their phones and begin to record. Now, the train speed makes it hard to see, but if you slow the footage, you'll see what appears to be another station that's entirely empty and outdated. Trains always pass it, but they never stop here. And maybe that's a good thing, because in a recent video shared by someone who wanted to film the secret station, something was caught on camera that's left many commuters terrified. The Chambery station in Madrid, Spain, is a train station that's been out of service for quite some time. It was shut down in 1966, but trains still pass it as it sits in between two stations that are still operating. However, every so often, people sneak inside and explore the place, only to be left feeling unsettled. On May 30th of 2026, a passenger on the subway line was getting ready to record the Chambery station when they caught this instead. As it seems, the Chambery station might not be abandoned after all. As the speeding train passes by an entrance, there appears to be a girl dressed in a white gown who seems to be watching everyone on board. Mind you, that this part of the station is off limits to the public, so whoever this was shouldn't even be there. But maybe, as some believe, this wasn't a person. As local legend has it, before closing down, the Chamber station had a passenger who lost her life on these tracks. That passenger happened to be a girl who fell off a train. Now, while the story can't be verified, viewers no doubt believe that what was caught here had to be the girl who passed away. Though unfortunately, no further updates or videos have been posted by the user who shared this. Just who or what had been inside this abandoned station. Late one night, a man hears strange noises coming from his home office. Unsure of what's happening, he grabs his phone and starts recording. What he captures leaves him completely shaken. man is clearly terrified because whatever appears outside the window seems to vanish the moment the lights are turned on. But watch closely. Just outside the glass, a strange pair of glowing eyes can still be seen staring back at him. Some viewers believe the footage could be explained as a person or an animal standing outside the window. So, to respond to those comments, the man records the outside of the office the next day. Turns out the office window is on the second floor, with no clear way for a person or animal to climb up or stand outside it. So, what was staring through the window that night? Was it something ordinary caught at a strange angle, or something far more unsettling? You decide. We featured Second Chance in the last video, where he does the night shifts patrolling the hospital at night, in particular the 4th and 5th floors, which are now only used for storage and filing. Since capturing these strange things, he explains that he has actually experienced some things at home, and isn't sure if it followed him to work or from work. On one night, he received some news and was making a video explaining it to his viewers while in his backyard, when he captures something terrifying. Watch closely.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I've been trying to relax on my day off, but ever since the news of earlier, it's been a little bit difficult. So, decided I just want to come outside and enjoy my backyard for a little bit, enjoy my rent, as I like to put it. And just let y'all know what's going to be happening with the page going forward. Oh no. So here's something I didn't tell you guys. A lot of y'all have been saying be careful because these things can follow you home. I don't know if anything followed me home or if it followed me to work. I'm shaking. Before we go in there, I want y'all to know that that's not the first time this has happened. It's just been a while since it's happened. Okay. Yeah, y'all going first. I hate coming in here. I swear to you, it's always like the worst thing. I'm keeping the door open this time. Am I closing it behind me? Yeah, how about that? Oh my God!
Intense knocking and banging is heard coming from within the shed, but as he goes to check inside, there's no one there. Yet, he hears more knocking, and something falls off the shelf on its own. On another night, he makes a video answering some of the questions he has been getting when this happens.
I've been seeing all the comments, I've been seeing all the questions, and I wanted to make a video to answer those questions for you guys now. It's about 5:30, 5:45 in the morning. I can't sleep, so I figured, why not, right? So, on to the first question. What happened to the video? Y'all hear that, right? Like that. Y'all see that?
He hears knocking on the shed. And slowly the door starts to open on its own. Then, what sounds like footsteps can be heard running from there. But there's nobody there. It's as if someone opened the shed and ran out of it. He's still not sure if it followed him home from the hospital, but hopefully, we get some more updates soon. It's nighttime somewhere in Argentina when a family gets together for dinner. As all members finish up their meal, one relative begins to record, but as he pans the camera around the room, he captures this. There appears to be someone by the poolside, just watching the family from a distance. However, they don't appear to be moving. While it might be that a guest was enjoying their evening by the pool, given that this dinner was taking place at a hotel, something about them seems strange. Zooming in, it looks like they're completely still, and seems like their mouth is the only part that's moving. The person recording this immediately stopped filming upon noticing this unusual behavior. Its pale complexion was already enough to spook them. To this day, the relative who took this has no idea who or what was outside the hotel room that they were eating at. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed tonight's video. If you like this upload and want to see more creepy videos like this in the future, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any upcoming uploads. And let me know in the comments which clip you found the most disturbing.